Now, let's talk about what's been happening in and around the Royals, because on my show the other night, I tried to, as tastefully as possible, say one of the ways we can get past where we've been for the past few months is for the palace to be far more open and honest about what's actually going on when it comes to healthcare. And I know, say, with an American president, every year, now this year obviously they did a physical and reported that Biden was still alive, but still, there's a detailed, 28-page list of everything that's wrong with the president, right? I say line of succession, why not start to do that? But what did you think about how they handle it, and sometimes how they respond to things opens up more questions? And again, I have no doubt, of course it's traumatic for the family, but if you or I had to deal with cancer, we'd tell our kids what it actually was.
It was completely mishandled from the start. And with all due respect to Princess Catherine, who I realize is going through a lot, and I'm completely rooting for her full recovery, this was totally easily to anticipate. I mean, it was just obvious. She's literally the most famous woman in the world, at least one of the top three. And there's a great side to that. That brings all sorts of benefits into your life. And then there's a very negative side. Even I, Paul, if I got this kind of a diagnosis, would understand it would be very hard to keep it secret. I'm not 1/1,000,000th as well known as Princess Catherine. She needed to be more transparent. And in all honesty, it was the people around her who I blame, because I'm sure she had something else to deal with here, right? And I'm sure messaging around these issues is handled by the palace courtiers. Well, they blew it. They blew this one huge. And then the Photoshop fail. First of all, don't even put out a photo, because what you're doing when you put out a photo is asking people to comment on it. You are asking people to comment on it. That's why you post it online and comments are available. And whoever is responsible for that ridiculous fail, which they posted trying to make her look like the picture of health when they knew this admission had to be coming. She was about to start chemo, was just absolutely stupid. It was just a stupid thing to do. But then when it was outed, how dare they make her fall on her sword, right? How dare they make the cancer patient now come out there and be like, whoopsie, in this statement, which was extraordinary by any measure, but especially now that we know that she was suffering with this major health thing. I mean, why wouldn't they have a courtier fall on his sword and say, my bad, I did it, but I wasn't authorized to do it. Whatever. They've been doing a very poor job of protecting her. And I really hope that's not a harbinger of things to come for, this treatment that she's about to go through and her ascension to the throne eventually, or the co-throne, I guess, as queen. Anyway, long story short, they screwed up. They are going to have to be more transparent. And honestly, missed opportunity. These two are not 80. She's 42. She's in the age of social media. This is a chance for her to look out there and say to all the young people, more and more of whom are suffering from colon cancer, I don't know if that's what this is, could be ovarian, uterine, anything in the abdominal cavity, to say, me too. And it's okay. We're going to go through it together. And I'm going to help shine a light on this. And I'm going to encourage people to get tested, whether it's, at an annual with a gynecologist or an annual with a colonoscopy at an earlier age. There was an opportunity here for her to really actually save lives, and maybe at the cost of some personal embarrassment. And she muffed it. They all muffed it.
Whereas Meghan, of course, is now trying to reinvent herself as a version of Gwyneth Paltrow. I certainly hope that we don't get the scented candle. That's one for Google, everyone. You got to Google it. We're not filling the daily. Go and Google it. Complain to somebody else.
Smells like Rio. Down south. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so
we're in so much trouble. I don't care, but it's great. I don't care.
So
fun.
After everything, think about it. After everything, she had a website called The Tig, which was like a lifestyle thing. Then she gets a job on Suits. She becomes an actress. She gets noticed by Prince Harry. She lands the gorilla. She marries him. She wrests him away from his family. Megxit is a success, at least as far as they're concerned. She gets $100 million from Netflix. She gets $50 million from Spotify. She's on the cover of magazines. This is great. Fine. They took some bad publicity, but she's still a star and she's much better off. And what is it all for? To return to being a lifestyle blogger. She's a lifestyle blogger. That's exactly what she is now. She's got like some I don't remember the name. It's got like 40 words in it of her new blog, but it's basically I'm amazing and you're not, Montecito. And it shows her baking. She's baking. Okay. Then she's in a ball gown. And again, I look at her and I ask myself, okay, I'm totally open-minded to why I should admire you. You lay it on me. Come on, I'm ready for it. And I have yet to hear anything. You bake? Is that what it is? Because I don't believe that. You wear a ball gown? Okay, I guess that's true, but it's pretty much with somebody else's money and somebody else's styling. You stood up for women. How again? Oh, when you were like 10, you didn't like a commercial and you said something about it? That was like 35 years ago and I'm supposed to be rooting. I don't get it. And I don't think other people are going to be attracted to her brand at all because it's fake. She earned nothing. She knows how to do nothing. And she stands for nothing other than one thing. Meghan Markle.
100%. I mean, again, she's trying to put into all of this endorsement deals about linen, stationery, home decor, small kitchen appliances, condiments, and yoga equipment. Okay, Dal. Good luck with that. What sense does that make?
What truly, like, what home has she built? Right? At least Martha Stewart, she knows how to cook and set a beautiful table and walk you through how to like. What is Meghan Markle's qualification to do any of this? There's a farmer mom here in the States who's getting all sorts of attention now on Instagram. She's got like 10,000 children and she's on the farm with a flowing dress and the baskets of flowers. And she really wants you to believe that this is just it's so effortless being me. I'm like a traditional wife and you could have this lifestyle too if only you were a little hotter. And the girl married the heir to the JetBlue fortune, right? Not disclose. Like, it's all a fraud. And Meghan Markle's a fraud too. These grifters take advantage of people who aren't going to do the homework, who then will look and be like, oh, my life kind of sucks. Maybe my life could get better if I buy the $70 vagina candle. And it won't. It won't. Just don't sign up for these websites. Read a book. Spend time with your family. Go to the great outdoors. Smell the fresh air. That's better. Fresh air.
Do what's right. No, I love it. Every second of it. Also, by the way, can we just get the memo out, right? At the next, meeting of the ladies, can we all stop with this sort of looking down thing? I don't understand why this is sexy, but all of the ladies that pop up in the Instagram, they're all looking. What are you looking down at?
Oh my God, there are whole websites devoted to telling you how to pose in the Instagram shot so that you look better. Who has got the time for this, right?
Boy.
Like, and it's not just what it used to be with like, put a hand on your hip so you give yourself a little shape. That's me. I swear. You could caption every picture of me with "Jawohl, Kommandant," because I'm I'm just not a natural poser. I can
Where do I put my hands?
That kind of camera for a living. But people they study it just so like they can make their butts look a little bigger and more rounded, or they can, I don't know what to do, Paul, but who's got the time? That's what I keep asking myself when my many women friends keep telling me they want a girls' weekend. This one in New York, and this one down in this other state, and this one in my new state. I'm like, people, it's called a job. J-O-B.
100%. And the only photo you pose for is to get the security pass. That's it. And you have the same ugly photo for about 15 years.